Fucking hell. Oh, I can't believe that's the first thing I've done. I am fucking knackered, to be fair, like. Alright, hello, my little cherubs. Right then. So, fucking pissing down outside, yeah, that. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking glad I got in the house when I did. We've been in the house for 10 minutes. Right. So, had a bit of a shit week, if I'm perfectly honest. Started the week off pretty well. I was positive after the grip stuff. I was positive after the grip session that I did with Sean, Grant, and Joe. And you know, I was fucking knackered Monday and Tuesday, and I don't know if that's like sort of done something, but it's my own fault. I was stupid as fuck. I ended up doing like shitloads of fucking singles on deadlifts a few weeks back, just 'cause I kept getting something wrong, and then I kind of like felt my back hurting a little bit, so I just stopped it there. And then that sort of like slowly but surely gotten a bit worse, and then come Wednesday, I couldn't feel me back. Like I kept getting like shooting pains in down the back of my leg on the right side. I couldn't feel my feet, like my right foot at times and things like that, and just my back just giving me a little bit of shit. So I took the back end of last week off training, and it was the right thing to do, but I'm pissed off because I hadn't missed any sessions in like 6 weeks. So now I'm on like 7 weeks of signing that contract saying that I'm not going to miss any sessions, and this is the first time I've not been able to complete a week, so I'm fucking gutted, but it was definitely the right thing. You know, it's just one of those things, but I feel good now. Got in the gym today after getting fucking pissed. Oh my god, I'm fucking yawning again. Oh, right. So I got fucking pissed yesterday. Had a load of fucking shit on. I felt like I was getting really like anxious. Like anxiety attacks, fucking just lying in bed, fucking blocking out everything again. And I just got fucking shit faced yesterday, you know, like it's not the most ideal thing in the world, and it is me falling back into like old habits. You know, old habits die hard. And you know, I spent the majority of the start of this year just getting pissed every few days, you know, and just like it's not ideal, but it happens with me. It just every now and again I just need to get fucking pissed, you know. And I'm not making excuses, nothing like that. I'm not trying to justify it. It's just I knew that it was gonna happen, and rather than putting it off, I just figured, right, I'm gonna fucking get shit faced. I'm gonna get mortal. Just fucking get out your system, and then hopefully it'll be fine, and I won't do it again between now and Worlds. Whereas last year, leading into Europeans, like I tried doing that. Like I really badly wanted to get pissed on the build up to Europeans, and I put it off and put it off and put it off, and then like 10 days out or something, I just got fucking shit faced before I went. And then obviously I got shit faced like 2 days out as well, because just like if I keep holding it off, the need to do it gets worse, and it builds up and builds up and builds up, and then I just go fucking crazy, Frank the Tank. So I just thought, like, I'm just gonna fucking get it out of the way, do it now. It's out of my system. I don't want to fucking drink again. 100%. I do not want to drink again between now and Worlds. But I had to do it, you know. So I'm gonna sleep tonight, like. So I ended up going to bed at about 3, and woke up at 10 to go train with Joe, Slender Tone, Kelly, and Jord, and had a surprisingly okay session. I just did the singles. I could not handle any reps, and I hit 305, 205 on squats and bench respectively. Then ran out of time because it shuts at 1 on a bank holiday, Power and Fitness. So I came home for a couple of hours, went back to Easy Gym, and finished off the session there. And pulled a really, really easy 300 and did a pretty long hold at the top. So planning wise, with deadlifts, I think I was going to keep smashing some grip work out. Did a little bit of grip work after as well. I'm going to keep smashing some grip work out. I'm going to take nice small jumps with 10-second holds at the end of each one to make sure I'm getting me grip warmed up. correctly and getting everything fired up that needs to be fired up. And then I think I'm just going to just keep pulling 300. I'm just going to go through. I'm going to try and just approach this in a way that I'm not expecting to fail. When I'm approaching deadlifts, I kind of feel like it's like, you know, like there's a good chance that I'm going to fucking drop whatever weight on the bar. And that's because I'm used to fucking like dropping things in training and dropping things on the platform. So if I just stick with 300 and just keep smashing that out and getting used to holding that for longer and longer and longer, I think that's going to fill me with confidence as the weights get heavier, because I won't be expecting to drop it because I haven't been making a habit of dropping that in training. That's what I think will happen. I don't know for sure because, as I say, I'm not going to load anything heavier than 300 up in training, and then hopefully when I get to the platform, I won't be thinking negatively. I'll be thinking positively. Like, you know, like if I can hold 300 kilos for 30 seconds or a minute or whatever, I mean, that'd be fucking ridiculous if I did. But if I can do that, then, you know, if 330 or 340 is on the bar, I'll be approaching that with a lot more confidence than if I keep trying to go heavier than 300 in training and it's inconsistent. So that's the way I'm thinking leading into this competition. And, you know, we'll just see what happens. I'm pretty positive about it. Yeah, I'm pretty positive about that. Okay, so, fucking hell, we're like 4 weeks out. I'm leaving 3 weeks today. Jesus, fucking can't believe how quick it's come around. And I don't feel ready. But I'm not really that bothered about this one. As I say, like, this for me is all about next year. It's all about just keep getting into fucking good habits, establishing consistency, making sure that I train all throughout the winter rather than taking me 2 and 3 weeks off every few months because I'm a fucking depressed cunt. I'm just going to just keep going, and, you know, with a consistent 13 months of training under my belt, next year I'm going to be looking at fucking finally taking home that first world title. You know, it has to happen. I really do feel like I've got all the tools at my disposal to go and do that. And, you know, it hasn't happened yet. And it hasn't happened yet because I'm not fucking putting the work in across the board the way I need to be, you know. Like, I've started reading a book that Matt Gary sent me. It's written by an Olympic shooter, Lenny Basham, I think his name is. I forget how to pronounce it, but I think it's Basham, something like that. And you know, there's little bits in there of things that, like, he interviewed or it was based on a study that he read or whatever, and he asked a lot of athletes to give a percentage of how much a percentage of like how physical the sport is and how mental it is. So, like, is it 80% physical, 20% mental, 70-30, 90-10, whatever. And most people will like saying it's like, you know, it's 90% mental, 10% physical, somewhere in that ballpark. And then they were also asked how much time do they spend devoted to mental training, and the majority of them all said none, like 0% on mental. So that's a bit interesting, where all these athletes are saying that the sport that they do is 90% mental and 10% physical. So that's a huge percentage of how they view their sport, but they weren't putting any time into training that aspect of that aspect of the sport. And, you know, that kind of stuck with me. It resonated with me because I've done that my whole life. I've just fucking got in the work. I've just got in the gym, worked hard, and never really cared about the mental side, you know. But now that I'm getting older, I'm getting a bit more mature. You know, I'm making better decisions, and now I'm thinking, like, I'm reading this book. It's basically a mental management system book. So it's going to teach me how to just focus on the things that matter, I'm not really far into it, as you can tell, because I haven't got a fucking clue what I'm talking about right now. But you know, like it's a really interesting book so far, and you know, this guy's a winner, you know. So, and that is like I've got all the physical attributes needed to be world champion, and I just don't have the mental attributes. So I'm gonna learn how to do that shit, and I'm gonna fucking give it everything I've got, like I always do. Okay, so yeah, I had a bit of a shit week mentally. I started off good, and it just got shit towards the end. And you know, there's a number of reasons behind that. I'm not really gonna get into it too much. Actually, I probably will. To be honest, fuck now. Yeah, I don't understand why this is like the best form of therapy for me. Just talking into a camera and then putting it out on YouTube. You know, it might even get the same fucking benefits to me if I even didn't even upload it. But you know, if I'm recording it, I might as well put it somewhere because it'll be nice to fall back on when I'm not a depressed cunt anymore, and it'll be nice to see where I started out and then how far I come along and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's like, okay, so I don't really go on Heather's Instagram that much, and the reason I don't go on Heather's Instagram that much is because it just pisses me off seeing people like sending kissy emojis and fucking heart eye emojis and, you know, talking about her fucking arse and her body and saying that she's fucking beautiful and all this. So it annoys me, you know. It really does annoy me. You know, like, I didn't even think I was a fucking jealous person, to be honest with you, but I kind of am a bit jealous. Yeah, I do actually get a little bit jealous. I didn't realise that I did until now. Just saying that, because I'm always like, I mean, I know what's gonna happen. She's a fucking beautiful girl, and she's really fucking awesome, you know. And you know, I don't go on there because it just winds me up a little bit, you know. So I tend to just leave it. But yesterday I was on Instagram, and it like refreshed and it brought up the latest thing, and it was just a picture of her, just, you know, just smiling, looking all pretty, and it genuinely fucking like blew me away. I was like, oh my god, she is beautiful. So I just commented saying that you're beautiful, you know, and just didn't really think anything of it. And then like a girl pops up saying, oh my god, like, you aren't always dicks to each other. And you know, I found that funny because we always fucking take the piss out of each other on Instagram and social media and all that sort of stuff. But like, you know, of course we're not always dicks to each other. Like I love that girl to bits, you know. She is just, but we just take the piss. That's the kind of relationship that we've got. And it kind of got me thinking that, like, I wonder if people think that like I just don't give a shit because I don't really like comment on our Instagram and all that sort of stuff. Because like I said last week, people don't know how to separate life and social media sometimes, where they think that like that people are the way they are on social media all the time, whereas most people, they're only going to put the good stuff up, and they're only going to fucking you know, like, you'll see a lot of people who are very sort of like argumentative and a little bit sort of like, you know, opinionated on social media. But if you get those same people who are having a fucking argument online in the same room together, I can guarantee you fucking the majority of them won't say a fucking word to each other. They'll just wait. They'll wait until they're a safe distance away, back behind the fucking keyboard, and then they'll start fucking giving each other shit again on Instagram, you know? Like, we need to try and find a way. Zuckerberg needs to get on this and try and find a way where you can get a fucking slap over Facebook, because I guarantee that would stop a fucking shitload of people from talking all the shit that they do. But yeah, I digress anyway. So yeah, it kind of got me thinking, like, I wonder if people like genuinely think that I don't care about her because I don't fucking like interact with her much on social media. And you know, a big reason why I don't interact with her on social media is just because it winds me up when I see all that fucking shit, you know, because like, we're fucking hundreds, thousands of miles apart, and you know, like, it it gets me down. It really does get me down. The majority of the time, it gets me down. You know, like, so it's like when, like, I just kind of just, I don't know if it's gonna sound out of order, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Where like, yeah, like it just kind of wish. I can't even articulate this the way I want to. Like, I just want those pictures to be for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna fucking tell her to stop posting that shit because she can do what she wants. It's her social media, and you know I respect her, I trust her, and all that sort of stuff. But just like, and it would happen on any post that she put up and everything, you know. But just like when like she put that post up and it legitimately, genuinely fucking took my breath away. I was like, oh my god, I am the luckiest guy in the world because this is my girlfriend, you know. And then it's upsetting a little bit as well because like I'm gonna see her in 3 weeks and we're gonna be with each other for a week, and then you know it could be months before we get to see each other again. And you know, just like seeing those kinds of pictures, like I wish I woke up to that every day, but I don't. And because I'm a bit of a fucking like a bit of a what's the word, like a pessimistic person rather than being idealistic, I don't look at things like that always the way that I should. What I always dwell on the negative. So I see a picture of Heather looking all fucking pretty and whatnot, and I just think like, oh fucking hell, like I'm not gonna get to see that for like 3 weeks, you know. And all I want to do is just fucking hug her, kiss her, tell her I love her, you know. And just we gotta just make do until we can be together, you know. But yeah, just all them fuckboys who like comment about our body and all that sort of stuff. It just winds me up a little bit, you know. But yeah, it's like just yeah. I really don't know if people do think that about our relationship, and like I kind of get the feeling that some people think that it's a joke and that you know we aren't gonna fucking last and all that sort of stuff. And you know, if anybody does think that, and if anybody is fucking chatting in the little group chats about us with all that sort of stuff, and just go fuck yourselves, you know. Like, I'm not in a position where I'm gonna be fucking about anymore, you know. Like, I didn't really do that anyway, to be perfectly honest with you. But you know, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that this does work out and that we will be together. You know, like I've never met anybody like her. She is just, she's the best person I know. Like, yeah, she's the best person I know. I've never met anybody as kind, considerate, everything as her. You know, she wears a heart on her sleeve. She gets upset at the tiniest things. She's so passionate about everything that she does, and just like, you know, like I feel privileged that I'm a part of her life, and she's a huge part of my life, and she always will be. And yeah, so anybody who is fucking saying all that sort of stuff about her, just get a fucking life and go fuck yourselves. You know, because you're not gonna put me off. You're not gonna put me off her, and I fucking hope you're not gonna put her off me. You know, we've got a really good relationship, and anybody who thinks otherwise is a fucking idiot. But yeah, I really hope I didn't sound out of order what I did say there, how like, and it's so selfish, it really is selfish, I know it's selfish, and I know it's like, I know that, you know, I don't mean, I hope it doesn't come across like I feel like she's mine and like a possession and all this sort of, because it's not that at all. I respect her too much to think that about her. It really is just a. I just want that to be. I just want to see that every day, in person, and not in a picture. You know, I think that's what it is more than anything. Okay. Right then. Probably going to be a little bit controversial this, but I don't give a fuck. Right then, so this fucking Manchester bombing, right? Obviously it was tragic, and, you know, genuinely my thoughts do go out to the families of people that were affected and all that sort of stuff. I just don't see the need for posting that shit on Instagram, you know? I just don't get it. Like, especially when businesses are saying, like, right, we're going to be holding a minute's silence on this. Oh my god, I might throw up. Oh, I think I'm alright for now. Jesus. We're going to be holding a minute's silence for this tragedy that happened and everything. And I kind of just think that there has to be a small part of every single person who's done that. There has to be a small part of their person who have posted that for likes, whether that, and it doesn't really matter whether it's only a small amount of your sort of like reasoning for posting it and everything, but I really do think that a lot of people put this shit for likes. Like, you know, I don't need to know that you're gonna have a minute's silence for this tragedy that happened. It was fucking horrible. But I just don't really care that you're going to have a minute's silence, you know? Have a minute's silence and just, you know, just make the announcement in the gym then and there and just say, right, look, we're having a minute's silence, shut the fuck up for a minute. And then share that moment, because that is like it's a really nice thing and a really intimate moment. And it's like, you should just share that with the people who you're having that moment with. It shouldn't be a case of, all right, I'm going to make sure I post about this so that everybody knows that I'm a good person, you know, and that sort of stuff just really fucking winds me up, you know. And just because you don't post about it, it doesn't mean that you're a dick, doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that, you know, like, it didn't affect my life, and I genuinely am sorry for the people that it affected and everything. But, you know, like, life goes on, and that shit's gonna happen more and more, and I just don't see how, like, everybody posting all that shit shows any kind of solidarity, and it doesn't change anything. That shit still happened. It's always going to happen. There's always gonna be bad people in the world doing that sort of shit. You don't need to raise awareness because it's all over the fucking news. I really genuinely don't understand why people do that shit. And the only thing that I can't think of is the majority of them are doing it for likes. And, you know, like, I don't get it. Right, so training wise this week, back to it. As I say, I only hit me singles today. I didn't do any rep work. I'm just going to get straight back into fucking the training week. So tomorrow will be the same plan session as what it always is on Tuesday. Thursday, Friday, we'll do the same. I'll make sure that I get all my training in this week. I'll do plenty of stuff for me back. It feels great at the minute. It really was the best thing to do, to take that time off, because it just gave myself time to just let everything cool down and just fucking, you know, it's not aggravating or anything like that. I'll be travelling home Friday for the little one, my godson's christening, so I'll have to try and find some fucking pants that are gonna fit. Good luck trying to find a fucking 38 waist and a 30-inch leg, 'cause I'm a fucking fat little goblin. Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare. Might try and find a purple shirt though, rocking the purple shirt. Purple shirt, grey pants, boom! I think we'll go for that. Have I got any shoes? Oh, I might have to buy some fucking shoes as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. More money that I haven't got. Aye, so that'll be nice. Bit of day drinking in there. Oh yeah, I said I'm not gonna get fucking pissed again before Worlds, but I probably will, because I'm gonna be out all day drinking with me mates. So aye, that'll be good. But aye, that's on Saturday. I'm coming straight back on Sunday, so that I'm back ready to hit the gym on Monday. So that shouldn't be too bad. Whereas like usually I'll like travel up the Monday morning and then go straight to the gym. I kind of wanted to get back, do a bit of food prep. Ooh, fucking hell. Do a little bit of food prep and just make sure I'm ready to hit the ground running on the Monday. But everything's going pretty good. I'm not putting any pressure on myself for Worlds. I'm really not arsed. It is what it is, you know. If I can get on the podium for any lift, great. If I can get there overall, fucking great. That'll be a huge win for me, you know, with the year that I've had so far. And yeah, I said that, and it sounded like a bit of a fucking pity thing, but it's my own fault. You know, I've just been fucking spending the time getting pissed. It's my own daft fault. But if I can get any kind of medal in any lift or overall, that'll be a fucking great day for me. I'd like to get my world record back. I really want that back, but again, I really don't know if it's going to be there or not. So I'm not going to put any pressure on that. I'm not going to focus on the result. I'm going to focus on the process of getting there. So again, making sure that I'm executing things in the gym properly, making sure I'm not missing sessions, learning to enjoy the process of getting stronger again, rather than fixating on a certain number or that gold medal that I want. I want that so badly, but I have to find different things to focus on. So you know, straight after Worlds, I think I'm probably going to go on a bit of a cut. It's not going to be a Joe Kelly style cut. It's going to be an actual cut where I fucking don't eat shit all the time. I'm going to probably do like 6 weeks of a cut, something like that, because I'm going to be cutting weight for Worlds. I'm like sitting around about 111 kilos consistently, so I'm going to be on a bit of a cut for that week anyway. So I'm kind of thinking, just obviously I'm going to put a lot of that weight back on, but I'm kind of just thinking, just keep me calories lower for like 6 weeks after, see how lean I can get, work back onto another reverse diet, which is going really fucking well at the minute, to be perfectly honest with you. I think by the time I get to Worlds, I might be eating around about 4,000 calories every day and maintaining that weight, you know. So yeah, I think my next vlog after Worlds is probably going to be all about a cut. So I'll show you the kind of like tricks that I do I'll show you the kind of tricks that I use to eat less calories and sort of like keep it going. It'll be a different style of training, or rather, I'll still be training the same way I normally do, but I'll be introducing some like high intensity circuits and interval training and things. So I'll do some videos on that sort of stuff, and yeah, it'll be fun, you know. 6 weeks of a cut, back onto reverse, leading up into the British Championships. Hopefully, I'll be good enough to keep my British title, so I can be in the team for next year's Worlds. I mean, you know, I'm saying it's all well and good. Focus on next year's World, but I've got to get there first, and hopefully I'll still be the best in the country at 105. And yeah, I think it's one of those things, you know. I think I will be. I think I'm good enough to keep that, but you never know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to pop up. Could be some fucking guy who's just retired from rugby union or something, just feeling, do you know what, I quite fancy go powerlifting. You might be a fucking powerhouse. So you never know what's going to happen. But I'll be doing everything I can to keep my British title. And then, yeah, I'm pretty committed on doing a photo shoot. I'm going to look into some dates, and I'm going to give Bulk Powders a shout. And we're going to get something sorted for early next year, I think. Because again, it'll help to have something to focus on to keep me going in those winter months, and that'll be pretty fun. It'll be a nice little thing to do, seeing how lean I can get. And obviously Europeans moves from March to December. I think it's towards the end of the year anyway, so again, I'm not going to have any kind of competitions around about that time. So I'm gonna need something to keep me focused. And I think that's a great thing to keep me focused, because after powerlifting, I definitely do have my eye on doing at least one bodybuilding competition, just because I want to just see what it's like. You know, like, I'm the kind of guy where I don't want to have an opinion on something if I've never done it before, and I respect the fuck out of any bodybuilder, whether they take shit or not. I respect the fuck out of all of them, because that's the one sport where you have to be fucking 100% 24/7 on it, mentally, physically, nutritionally. Everything has to be perfect leading into those kinds of things, whereas I can get away with eating shit all the time as a powerlifter, as long as I can, like, as long as it fits my macros, I can get away with it, you know. And you can with bodybuilding as well, but I kind of just feel like just the extreme of how big a deficit you have to be in with your calories to get that lean. It doesn't matter whether you're eating shit or whether you're eating clean. That is just fucking hard to do, I can imagine. So I really want to go through that, just to toughen myself up mentally a little bit as well, and just see if I can get through it. Because I mean, I think I could do good at a competition like that, and you know, it'd be nice to try. Oh, look at that! Oh, Heather sent me a photo. Let's see what this is. Oh, bless her. I love that girl. Right, I don't think I've got anything else to talk about. Hopefully this video fucking works. It's the third time I've tried recording this. It's fucking really late. Right, Team Screamer shirts. Today's the last day. I'm going to be ordering them tomorrow morning. So if you want one, follow the link in the description. £25. If you live in Europe, I can ship that out to you, but you'll need to pay the shipping. It's free post and packaging in the UK. Yeah, they're cool. So yeah, get yourself a fucking Team Screamer t-shirt. Support your favouriteest lifter in the world, the Beef Titan himself. Give me your fucking money so I don't have to get a job. That's the fucking name. That's the aim of these t-shirts. Right. I'm just talking shit now. So I'm going to go. I'm going to drink some more water, because I've drank 2.5 litres and I've only had one piss today. That's how dehydrated I've been. I'm going to tidy my room because it's a fucking shithole. I'm just going to try and just get my life back on track. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to spend my evening. Right, guys. Thank you for watching. To the 12 people who started and finished us off. I'm going to say that all the time. Like, that is legitimately starting to become a thing. I fucking love it. I'm one of the 12. I fucking love it. So yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a 1 on the 12 t-shirt at some point. It's fucking awesome. Right. So I'm gonna be more positive this week. I'm not gonna fuck anything up. And you know, something that something that I always do when I'm going through this shit, I always block everybody out, and I don't get back to people and all this sort of stuff, and I just ignore the world. And you know, it's not something that I like, it's just something that I always do, and I don't know how to stop doing it. So you know, like, just whenever that's happening with me, I always know that the people who are closest to me love me, and love me regardless of all that shit. And the thing that really upsets me is it gets me down that I hope they know that I love them, but I don't show it. And so anybody who just, you know, if you haven't told your ma that you love her, just fucking do it. You know, like, I don't say that enough to my ma, and my ma is fucking awesome. And, you know, I just don't say that shit enough. And, you know, ma, fucking love you. I can't believe I just said that. I fucking love you. But I do, ma, I fucking love you. And, you know, just, you've give up everything. You've devoted your life to me and Michael. And I'm always going to be appreciative of that. And, you know, someday I will be able to say shit like that face to face, but right now I just can't do that, you know. I'm Mr. fucking awkward, I guess. I can't say shit like that to people in person. And, you know, just tell your fucking ma that you love her. Tell your brother you love him. Tell your sister you love her. All that shit. Anybody who's important to you, just fucking make sure that they know that you love them. Okay? So that's something I'm working on to make sure that I do all the time. You know, and these people know, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to say it. Right? It's fucking pissing down again, Jesus. Right, I'm done. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for the support. Everybody who follows me, you know, it's not a huge following, but it's a really fucking nice following, you know. I don't get a lot of shit off people, and, you know, I do every now and again, but I like putting people in the bin. But everybody always gets in touch with, like, nice messages and everything, and just from the bottom of my heart, just thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, when we do get that world title, a big part of it's going to be you guys who have always supported and always been there to just offer just nice, kind messages and everything. So yeah, just thank you, everybody. Right, so takeaway from the video: buy a fucking t-shirt. Takeaway number 2: Lift Like Screamer 2.0 is going to be starting in a couple of weeks. Get yourself signed up. It's going to be $14.99 a month if you sign up before the 11th of June. Sunday the 11th of June. If you sign up before then, you'll get that first month half price for $7.49. It's going to be awesome. I've got to do a little bit more recording of some stuff, and it's going to be fucking awesome. And if you don't think it's fucking awesome, cancel your subscription and get fucked. Right. Yes. Is that everything? Yes. So buy a t-shirt, sign up to Lift Like Screamer, get your fucking gains, and smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.